These are the footages coming in live from Deoband, where Amit Shah, the BJP Union Home Minister, is now there in Deoband. And this visit comes in just hours after we have seen Amit Shah in action in Muzaffarnagar, where he made a very scathing attack against the Samajwadi Party and RLD alliance. So this footage coming in from Deoband, and we can see how Amit Shah is being escorted by three of our supporters there, large number of supporters present, and his security staff making a way forward for him. So clearly it seems that the Deoband visit of Amit Shah is setting the BJP workers there in quite a bit of, jubilation. The moods are really running high. And it will be very important to see what message Amit Shah gives in out from Deoband, because Deoband happens to be a very crucial seat as far as the Saharanpur and West UP is concerned. Unlike the dynamics of Muzaffarnagar or Shamli, this is a region which doesn't see that sort of Jat manifestation being played out. And, it has a larger, more presence of the non-Jat communities. And in 2017, it was after a period of long 2 decades that the BJP was able to win back the seat of Deoband. So clearly, Amit Shah will try to send out a larger message here that Deoband also is a stronghold of the BJP, the city which is often known for its, the strong take on the Muslim issues because of the presence of the famous Islamic seminary, the Darul Uloom Deoband there. In that city, Amit Shah is there, and he is, of course, distributing out the leaflets, the pamphlets, the electoral pamphlets of the Bharatiya Janata Party to the people out there, door-to-door campaign in the very crowded marketplace of Deoband. So this was basically the itinerary that Mr. Shah is campaigning in the Deoband market, meeting and greeting people, sending out the message, appealing them that their support for the BJP is needed as it has came forward in 2017. So clearly, a big moment for BJP's Western Uttar Pradesh outreach. And here, of course, the messaging will be slightly different, I think, because unlike, as I said, the Shamli and the Muzaffarnagar belt, the Jat politics is not that dominant a phenomena here. So Amit Shah clearly trying to send out a larger message. Deoband is a prestigious seat, around 3 lakh plus voters here, out of which around 1.25 lakhs are the Muslim voters. So we all understand that, the minorities clearly determine the prospects on this seat. And in 2017, there was the clear counter-polarization, a counter-Hindutva polarization, which has helped see the BJP win this seat after a gap of almost 20 years. The last they won this seat was in 1996. So clearly BJP will hope that, the similar momentum continues. It is clearly banking on the so-called improvement in law and order, the good governance, the yogi factor, and the double engine growth phenomenon. And we have heard people, talking in from Deoband.
I apologize for interrupting. We'll continue to come back to you. We stay with those visuals of the Home Minister coming in Deoband. My colleague Akash is also now joining us, who is in Deoband. Akash, we are seeing huge crowds on the ground as the Home Minister continues with his door-to-door campaigning after Muzaffarnagar, distributing pamphlets of the BJP. Talk to us about what's on the agenda for the Home Minister in Deoband.
Let me tell you, Ridhima, you can clearly see the kind of excitement as Amit Shah has just seen here, and people can be seen with flags and pamphlets and a lot of slogans. You can clearly see that how people are excited about this visit. And also, when we talk about Deoband, this is one of the most important seats from Western Uttar Pradesh. And as per the program, now Shah will go from shop to shop and will hand over the pamphlets to these shopkeepers where the candidate profile and the work done in Uttar Pradesh are written further. The kind of excitement is visible. However, Shah will not address the gathering here and will be going to Kota. And in a nearby college, he'll be addressing, and will tell all the agenda and the kind of work done in the Yogi government, and will ask people to choose BJP and will ask people to trust BJP again, and will be asking people to vote for BJP this time again.
Okay, that's the word that's coming in from my colleague Akash, who's reporting from Deoband. He's saying there won't be an address here by the Home Minister, who will then continue with his campaigning in the next leg as well. But Deoband becomes very, very crucial, Akash, as Pranshu was also rightly pointing out, because it's a Muslim majority seat. Now, of course, the BJP after 2017 would want to continue with their power as far as this seat is concerned. Talk to us about the initiatives that were brought in by the BJP.
Well, clearly, Ridhima, when we talk about 2017, BJP won this seat, and this time also they want to retain the seat. But the important factor is the alliance between SP and RLD, because last time when we spoke to people, so those who are not happy with BJP government, or those who have their opinion that last time Muslim vote got divided between SP and BSP because both of these parties fielded Muslim candidates. But this time even SP has fielded a Hindu candidate. So this time they are expecting that vote will not get divided. And while we talk about the Deoband seat, it is as clear that Muslims are in majority. Okay, and last time when we talk about BJP, they got 43% of vote share, and this time they are expecting to retain this particular seat. However, this will be interesting to see that who will win the fight here, because it is neck and neck fight as per the people present here and as per the voters who are going to vote this time.
Okay. Okay, I want to go back to Pranchu also. Pranchu, one cannot ignore the fact that this is all happening in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, and with the crowd that's gathered on the ground, all possible COVID protocols are being flouted. There are restrictions that are there already in place by the EC. Talk to us about how different the campaign is this time around and how crucial then this door-to-door campaigning becomes.
Well, yes, this is the crowded marketplace in Deoband, and the footage clearly shows that, the enthusiasm is pouring out, and therefore probably the COVID norms have been thrown to the wind. A large crowd has gathered. The election commission, at the moment has kept a very restricted numbers as far as any gathering is concerned. But, here it is a very senior leader, a big face as far as Indian politics is concerned, and therefore BJP workers are upbeat, and probably I think that's the reason why they are, jostling there. The huge crowd build-up is seen there. But, cutting across what we see on the pictures here, the visit clearly is of quite importance. The reason being that, as we have said, Deoband, the very fact that Amit Shah is in Deoband, the very fact that Amit Shah this morning has been talking about the issue of nationalism, he has been breaking up the issue of law and order, and when he is in Deoband, see, those sentiments can't be missed out. So what he said in Muzaffarnagar will also resonate to a large extent as far as Deoband is concerned. And we heard our colleague, talking to locals there, who said that the law and order situation has drastically improved over the period of 5 years. For them, that is going to be an issue. So I think the very fact that Amit Shah has reached Deoband, he has chosen this city for campaign, will set in a mood, a larger debate and discussion, not only in Deoband but also in the nearby districts. And Deoband, of course, is a prestige seat. Everyone sees Deoband as a center of minority politics. It has more than 1.25 lakh of Muslim votes. But in 2017, BJP made a very surprise win on this constituency by a larger anti-minority polarization, or the polarization of the Hindu caste that happened. So in that sense, winning Deoband is also a prestige matter for the Bharatiya Janata Party. They want to ensure that that win happens. And the fact that Mr. Shah is in Deoband, he'll also be crossing to the Saharanpur Sadar constituency. I think that will also send in around a larger message all to the 6 constituencies that fall in the Saharanpur district. So I think in that context, this visit is important. HM is not expected to make a speech out here. It is only door-to-door campaigning, and rather the street campaigning, distributing pamphlets, meeting people, and trying to set the mood abuzz as far as the prospects of the BJP in Saharanpur and the electoral context in the region is concerned.